To schedule a Power Automate desktop flow, go to make.powerautomate.com. Pick your environment up in the upper right corner, either your default or today I picked Anders Jensen org demo Anders US. Then we go to create. Here you will find the scheduled cloud flow. Go click. We can give our flow a name. Let's call this one feedback flow. Choose the start date. I will just choose today. At what time? Well, I will go with 10 a.m. How often should this be eaten? That will be one time a week. Right now, this will run on each one of these days. I only wanted to run on each Friday. Then I hit create. It will create a recurrence trigger. Go click that. We can talk about some of the details here. So the interval is once per week. I can pick my time zone, which is +1. Then there's the start time. That is in UTC. As I can see, this was today, like an hour or 2 hours ago. This means that when it says that this runs on Friday every week, you can, by the way, see the day here, then this will run on the next Friday, since that will be after 9 o'clock, so that will be on midnight. The start time is when the plan starts work. We can easily change that. We can do that by saying at these hours. So let's say I wanted to run at 11:15 today, my time, this is Copenhagen time. Then I can say at these hours. I can, by the way, take more hours. And then I can say at what minute. Here I can say 15, or if I want, I could also say 14. Now you will see if I go up here that it updates. This means that since the start time is earlier than this runtime in minutes, then this will run in 16 minutes. We have some work to do because we also need to connect my machine where I need to run the flow to this environment. What I do here is to go to my Windows Start, and then I search for Power Automate Machine Runtime. Go click that. If this is your first time, you will see that you'll log in. Here I need to choose to register this machine to an environment. I will pick the same environment as I picked when I created the cloud flow. So click the drop down and say Anders Jensen org demo Anders US if that was what you have chosen up here. Then this will take a while. We also need to build a desktop flow because we can do some very cool things. So what I do is to go to Power Automate Desktop, which I already have open. I can say new flow. We can give our flow a name. I will just call this feedback and hit create. Then the flow is created in the background. So back to the machine runtime. You will see that it's now connected with the environment. The machine name is called desktop Anders. If I go to edit details, I can change that name. Perfect. We don't need to do anything more with the machine runtime. I can just. Then I find my new Power Automate flow. Yeah. Let's build a simple flow where we'll also pass variables in and out of flow. So if I go up here, then I can search for a display input dialog. A display input dialog action just takes a message from the user and stores it. We can also present a message to the user. Let's call it something. Call this one feedback. What do we want to say? How's the day so far? And let me just move the yes. You can also choose to have this input dialog box that the user will see from this action in front of any other program. In the variables produced, this variable will log the user's input, that what he or she types. The button press will also log if you press OK or cancel. We will not use that, so I recommend that you disable this. just to avoid confusion. Then we can click Save. Let's just test it. So when I click Run here, you will see a box coming up. I can say Super. Okay. And now over in variables, you will see that the user input variable is created. And right now, from the last run, we have a Super. Let's say that we want to send this to our Cloudflow so we can use it up there, for example, with other actions in Power Automate Cloud. Then you hit the plus while still in the variables and say output. We can give it a name. I prefer to stay with the same, so I will call it user input. Then we can also specify what name do we want this variable to have in the Power Automate Cloud. Again, it makes most sense just to stick with the same. Now we have a conflict, or at least when I click Save, it will say, do I want to merge these two variables? That is the flow and the output. If I click Continue here, it will become an output variable. I can inspect it. Yeah. I also want to send in a variable to this flow because we also often want to do that so we can have dynamic content in our desktop flow decided from Power Automate Cloud. If I click the plus, use input. Let's give it a name. I will call this message. It will also be called message in Power Automate Cloud, and I can hit save. Then we can use that variable in our flow. Double click the display input dialog to open it. Let's just have it in front of the message to the user. I can click X, input, double click the message and make dot paste. If we choose to run it now, it will of course be empty, but we will have a value in once we invoke it from the Power Automate Cloud. Then you also need to save it, otherwise you won't be able to find your flow in Power Automate Cloud. Once it's saved, we can go to Power Automate Cloud and use this flow. So actually we can close down Power Desktop. Then I hit the plus. To find the desktop action to run the flow, you will either go to this desktop flow category or just search for run a flow built with Power Automate Desktop, like that. Here you can see we can give our connection a name. This will be the name to identify the machine. I prefer just something like PC. Then we can connect with username and password. I will just connect with a sign-in because that's easier. However, if you choose to schedule through an unattended setup, that is if you have the very expensive license, $150 a month, you want to do it with username and password. We will just do it with a sign-in attendant. And again, you will need to have the premium license, that is $15 to use this. Then we can find our machine, that is the machine that we just created. Go click that. Then you want to click sign in. Then you will see a pop-up shows up where we need to pick account. I just pick account here. Then you will see, and please like this video. If it helps you, that will really make me happy. Then I can choose desktop. Click this drop down. Now you will see that we have the feedback flow we just created, or you can also choose other flows. Then you can see that this message shows up now. That was the input variable that we created. The run mode. Here I will choose attended since that's what I have a license for. Premium. Here we can have a message. I can say hi from Power Automate Cloud. If I save this, then this flow would run at 11:14. We can say 11:07 or something like that, because then it will run in 2 minutes. We don't have to wait. You can schedule multiple minutes or hours if you want to run it. Let's say I also want to run this at 2, that is 10 in the night, and multiple minutes. Go hit save, and then it will run at 11:07. That will be in 1 minute. Let's fast a little bit forward so we can actually see that this works. There you go. So it's always like 20 to 25 seconds delay. So here I can say, fantastic, I produced a video which got a lot of likes. Let's see if we can make 200 likes on this video. So here I just click OK. Now the flow ran. If I go back to my flow log, that is the 28-day run history, then you will see that it started at 11:07. Then I can go in it and inspect what actually happened. So it triggered, and if I go up here, I can see what came in. So if I go to show raw inputs, that is the high from Power Automate Cloud. And if I go to outputs, then you will see in the body user input, it says, fantastic, I produced a video which got a lot of likes. Thanks a lot for watching. Your next advanced Power Automate desktop video is right here. Let's build some custom C# actions to use in Power Automate desktop.